Lady Charmaine, and my guest today had no idea that a family photo would land them their own show. And I do mean that twice. Their own reality show on the OWN network. God bless them with 6 little bundles of joy at one time. And here to talk about their brand new reality show, the 6 Little McGhees, help me welcome Mia and Rozonno McGhee to the show. How you doing?
Great. Thank you for having us.
Oh, it is such a pleasure to have you on the show. And I watched the show, of course, for the first time this past Saturday. And can you just say adorable? I think everybody's saying that through the whole show. Look how cute, the runny nose. Oh, how precious. Are you used to that?
Oh, yes. We are. Ever since the picture got out, everybody is like, oh, my God, your 6 are adorable. So now with the show, they're like, they get to see them firsthand. They love it. Now, everybody loves it.
And speaking of the picture, you came to notoriety when the picture surfaced on Facebook. Now, I also saw the picture on Facebook, and I thought it was an Ann Geddes photo because, you know, those are the type of pictures that she takes.
Yeah.
And how long did it take for you all to become an internet sensation just from a photo? Did you post it for family members? I think that's what I heard you say in an interview.
Yes, I just posted that photo on the Facebook just so our close family and friends can see it. And they, began to tag it and send it to their friends and other family members. And I would say less than 24 hours, I have maybe about 10,000 fans. Yeah, it was very quick. We had got a call immediately from Good Morning America. Yeah.
10,000 fans. So did you start a fan page or something?
No, actually I didn't know who set up a fan page for me. So it's actually 2 out there right now that someone set up. I had no idea that had even existed. And so I actually just, typed in my name and I seen McGhee's Sextuplets fan page. I'm like, oh my goodness. Well, come to find out, a friend of a friend set that page up for us for whatever reason.
And now look where it got you. How long did it take for Oprah to start calling you?
Well, we got a call, I would say, from Harpo Studios. It was like a day after that photo was, I put it on Facebook. So like a day after we got that call. And the representative told us that she would try to get us in the farewell season, but she wasn't for sure. So.
Now, Rozanno, are you and Mia, are you the first African-American couple to have 6 children?
No, we are not. It's the Harrisons. They're in Alabama, I believe.
Yes, they are.
They're the first. And we're blessed because of that, because we called them up one time and was asking them, how do you do it? And they gave us their blessings and told us we can make it. And so here we are with the McGhees.
Now,
we're the second, though.
You're the second. Now, how old are their children?
10 now. They're 10.
Yeah, I believe so.
Now, what's the difference between you and them? Is it because you had the cutest picture that was posted on Facebook that everyone noticed you? Because I didn't know about them.
I don't know. It just happened. I think it was with Oprah, seeing the photo, and then it was her farewell season, and she has a network, So I think that timing, was right. That's why I always say, Mia and Rozonno, I'm like, this is unbelievable. It's nothing but God.
Yeah. Amen.
Because the timing was perfect. If it happened the year before, if I, then probably never had this opportunity or whatever.
Right.
But it was right timing. I believe it was just fate.
Right timing and prayer.
Yeah.
I know that's right.
A lot of prayer.
Lots of prayer.
See, we're going to talk about that and how you got those 6 children. Now, Rozonno, I got to ask you a question. On the photo, were you asleep? Because how long did it take to position those beautiful babies on your back?
It was a 8-hour period. Excruciating 8-hour period. Those kids, they were peeing on my back and my head. And half of the time, I was just like, you know what? They're my babies. I'm not gonna worry about it. But 8 hours, a long 8 hours. It was insane.
Wow.
They had to feed them and put them to sleep and position them. The picture was chopped, so it was feeding the babies and putting one baby on one at a time. It was a lot of work.
Wow. Well, they did a
But it
great
paid off.
job. Yeah, and it did. Because I remember when my children were little, I did not like taking family photos because I was in there sweating, children crying, not smiling. And every time we take a family photo, my husband and I would literally immediately come home and go to bed. It was a workout. I am so serious. And I think the last one we took when my kids were little, because I think I was traumatized after the first couple of years because we had to come home and go to bed. It was some work. And I couldn't imagine 6 babies you're doing that with. I only had 2 kids, just 2.
Yeah.
Now,
Pure faith. That's what it is. You know, we're making it on blessings.
now, Rozanno, this is my question for you because you know most men, when you go to the doctor's office with your wife, it's a wonderful moment when you're pregnant, and you know you're going and you're gonna hear the baby's heartbeat for the first time. It's a beautiful moment, especially for men. Usually, it's good when you hear, okay, there's one baby in there because most men expect one baby. And most couples you might hear 2. I want to know, what was your reaction when that doctor said 6?
It was the scariest day of my life. I mean, it was like, you know, I mean, I'm sitting here like, I'm seeing all these babies, all these heartbeats. I'm like, how am I going to take care of these kids? And I just felt fainted, and I like blacked out for the most part. I couldn't believe it. It was just like unreal. This got to be a dream. Somebody pinched me. It's got to be a dream. But yeah, it was the scariest day of my life.
Now, I have to ask you this question because I really didn't know. Did you use any type of fertility or just 8 eggs released at one time?
Well, I ain't used nothing.
No, what I needed was a follicle stimulating hormone. That's what I was lacking on a monthly basis. I didn't do any IVF or like artificial insemination or any of that. I didn't do any procedures. I just needed a hormone, which, you know, of course, according to the statistics, this was not supposed to happen. It was going to be like a very rare chance that this would happen just on a hormone. But, yeah, that's all I needed.
So prayer and your hormones.
Yeah.
Sure, they're ovulate. I'll tell you that.
Right. So now people know because of your story that this hormone can actually produce multiple eggs.
Yeah. Well, I knew that it's a chance of maybe twins or like, you know, triplets or something like that. But the chance of sextuplets was very slim. I mean, I think it was under like 10%. It was really a small number.
And it's amazing.
So
Go ahead.
That was a big shocker to me because I'm like, this wasn't even supposed to happen. So when the doctors was telling me, well, you better abort because what's going to happen, statistically speaking, your kids will have, you know, issues or cerebral palsy or whatever. I'm like, look, this wasn't even supposed to happen according to your statistics. So I just, like I told him, I just rather choose to believe and walk by faith than believe your statistics. So that's why we didn't abort or do any reductions or anything like that.
Well, can I get an amen to that? Now, Rozonno.
Had a long talk.
Yeah. Now, Rozonno.
Had a long talk. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
That's what I was going to say. Mia was very strong in her faith. Where were you at that moment when the doctor was saying, well, was your faith as strong as hers? Or did you have to go and talk to the Lord and be like, look here, Jesus, we need to talk?
Yeah, I was like, you know what, God, this don't happen. I'm like, Jesus, this does not happen to black folks. What's going on?
Oh, no.
Because, you know, I didn't know of any black people that had multiples.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting here like, why me? I'm like, did I pray too much? I'm like, is this a curse or something?
Yeah, I thought the same thing. Like, this is a curse. What did I do? Did I do something in my former life? What did I do?
But then at the same time, you know, we lost a set of twins 6 months before. And so I was praying. I'm like, Lord, please bless us with a family. And so when I was told that we were having multiples, I went home and I was just praying and crying. And I said to myself, I said, you know what? I'm like, I pray for these babies. What am I doing? What's wrong with me?
Right.
I'm like, I wasn't specific and said I wanted 1 or 2. But God blessed me abundantly. And so, you know, there's no better gift than children.
Amen.
Right.
Amen.
And so we're grateful. We're truly grateful.
I know people at church, when we lost the twins, the people were consoling us. They'll come up to us and say, hey, God's going to give you double for your trouble. And I used to look at them and like, what double for my trouble is? This before I knew before I even tried again. And look at God, 6 kids now. It's triple for my trouble.
He did say he was going to bless you with a quiver full. And Rozonno, you said something that was so good. When we pray, we need to be specific in our prayers, because you said, God bless me with a family. You didn't say how many. You said a family.
That's true.
Yeah. I was being obedient. I was trusting, and I was believing. And when she was expecting, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to accept. I had to turn my whole way of thinking and be more spiritual, because you know what? I look at these babies right now. I'm like, I am truly, truly blessed. They're healthy. They're beautiful. And they got some strong characters. I mean, not characters, but personalities. And they ain't come from me. They came from her side of the family.
Okay. Now, I want to know, how did the whole opportunity for a reality show even come about with the OWN network?
Well, let's see. What we do way back in 2011, we were on Axe Oprah's All Stars, and after we left that show, we left the studio. We were approached by, it was, I believe, some OWN executives, and they had presented the opportunity to us and told us to think about it. So that's where it all started.
I am
we're
so
thinking,
glad.
you know what? With Oprah, why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Yeah. It won't be, we can still keep our dignity. We can still, have our face. We don't have to be anyone other than who we are,
Right.
And there was other shows that approached us, but we really, really thought about it for a short period of time, and we were like, you know what? Oprah's the one. We're going to the Oprah network.
Oh, that is so, I mean, I love the network. So, I mean, all her shows are great. I've been watching it since the network began. She had the one little show, it was called A Party at Tiffany's. I sure pray they bring that one back. I mean, all the shows that she put on there are definitely quality shows. And I was so glad to hear that you had a show on there. And I want to know if you can tell us, how do you prepare to bring home 6 children? It's already a lot when we prepare for one. Okay, then you're preparing for twins. How did you prepare to bring home 6 children?
Well, I would say, I thank God first that we had a whole community of people that was behind us, and a lot of love and support, because we didn't do it by ourselves. It was, people, strangers, people of different faiths and religion. They came together through like diaper drives and through like fundraisers and things like that to help us prepare to bring the kids home. We couldn't do it by ourselves. There was no possible way at all. So it was a lot of prayer, though, and God sent all these people, and they helped us to prepare.
Yeah, he was pulling people out the woodwork.
Yeah, it really takes a village.
Hey, man,
it really does.
To raise a family, and that's true. And you have a large family, and that whole saying is so true. A whole village came, not to your rescue, but to be able to help you. I saw you when you were in the grocery store and you were shopping. And the one thing I thought about, your grocery bill was huge. Now, do you coupon at all? You ever see those extreme couponers where they buy $1,000 worth of food for $20? You ever tried that?
I don't coupon. I got a lot of response who were telling me I need to coupon. But see, the thing is, with couponing, I'm not against couponing completely. No, if I have a good coupon or a good deal, yes, I'll definitely use it. But I don't go and search for it because it's so time consuming.
Right.
We don't have time at all.
I really, really, truly wish, I had the time to really sit back, sort. I really don't have time to go grocery shopping. I really don't. But I have to. I have to make the time because we're so busy. If I'm not at home, I'm with the business. And when I am at home, you only can imagine I have laundry, I have to put things up. I have to, clean the kids' room. And, we have our room and take time for myself. I have to find that. And then find time for me and Ro, Yeah. So it's a big juggle.
And by that time, she's finding time for us. We're asleep. I'm asleep. I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
Welcome to the married life with children.
Yeah. So it is a lot of work. And when you own your own company, it's not just like a 9 to 5. Sometimes we find ourselves here late at night. trying to resolve problems and things like that. So,
because that was one of my questions I was going to ask you. How do you balance that? Because you do own a carpet cleaning company. Okay, you have 6 children you have to tend to, not just one, but you have 6, and 6 kids you got to get ready, and of course the other activities that you have to do. Do you find it that you're able to balance pretty well, or some things sometimes go lacking a little bit because you're trying to still get it all together, although you have help?
it's true. There is sometimes where we have, at the end of the day or end of the night, I'm like, well, I didn't get to get this done or complete this, well, the best way I wanted to or whatever. Then I'll just, I'll say, well, I did everything I could do. I'm just going to go to bed. I'm not going to even worry about it. There's times, literally, I know I can't do everything. And when it's too overwhelming, I have to call for the helpers. Yeah, I have to call for the helpers. We primarily do everything on our own right now with the kids and office and everything, except when we have those times where everything's overwhelmed, we need to call, for the helpers.
Wow.
I thank God for them.
And we try to, our goal is to work together. That's what we do. At the end of the night, we're like, we did it. We made it. Because, when you're dealing with employees, that's a lot. You're dealing with them. Just the everyday hustle when it comes to work and when it comes to family and marriage, we're just like, Mia, this is all about teamwork. And where I'm lacking, she'll step in, and when she's lacking, she'll step in. And I think in this relationship, I do a lot of crying. You got to be strong and a lot of friends.
I know that's right.
Hey, you know what? I am not ashamed to admit that I cry.
I love it, though. That's good. You like, look, I was crying when I found out I had 6 kids and in this relationship, but you're being honest, though, and I love that because that's just true reality to me. At least you're not trying to act like you're all strong and you're crying behind the scenes. Mia, now your philosophy on all the kids getting sick at one time, I said, oh, that's a pretty good philosophy, right? Get them all sick at one time, get them all healed. And then the doctor kind of helped me change my attitude because I was like, oh, okay. And when she started checking you on that and your husband was like, did she tell you? How did you feel about that? Because I did agree with you. Because it's hard when you got 6 kids, one sick this week, another one sick the next week. If you get them all sick at one time and then you'll be done. Are you?
I call it a parenting or a parents of multiples thing. It's a POM thing. That's what I say. Because, you can't, just like, okay, I get a lot of questions. Well, how do you, what is the question? People always ask me, well, they ask me basically about having a single one. I'm like, I can't even answer that. I can't even fathom having a single baby because I never had a single baby.
That'd be so easy.
Well, we think it would be, easy, but I don't know what a parent of a singleton deals with. The same as being a parent of multiples. You can't even imagine what we deal with. It is true. I still, to this day, have that same thing because no matter what you do, the kids are going to be in close quarters. All 4 of our boys, they share a room, and the 2 girls share a room. So the code is going to, whatever code it is going to spread. I've been truly blessed. We have not had any serious issues. The kids haven't even went back to the hospital after leaving the NICU, from when they were born. So I've been really blessed. We had runny noses. That happens when the seasons change, really. We have the normal colds. They go to daycare. They contract things there. So, and it spreads. So what do you do? I can't do anything outside of, just let it happen. And me and Rozonno end up, coming in contact with it, too.
And it's the worst, let me tell you.
Of course, I use Lysol. I use those type of things to kind of minimize it. But you know what? It's just going to happen.
And it's just like if they were going to daycare. Because, see, I totally understand the NICU because especially when you have children that are preemies, you have to look out for the RSV because my daughter was born at 25 weeks, so she was a pound. So, you have to, wash your hands. I had to make sure that people, when they came over, because she was in the NICU for 3 months, wear the little masks. And you do your best, you know what I mean, to keep your kids, healthy. But if they catch a cold, they're going to catch the cold. And I totally understood where you came from. It's going to spread. When they go to daycare, they come home with all kind of stuff you ain't never heard of. My daughter's coming home with rashes. I forgot what they called it. I had never even heard of this type of rash, but it's something that kids get.
That's exactly where we're coming from. We're like, I don't know what this is, the Christmas tree rash and all this stuff.
Right.
But the first year of life, we kept them so incubated. there was no, literally, when you walk in the door, you're washing your hands.
Yep.
Literally.
Mm-hmm.
And if you smoke, you need to change your shirt. I mean, it was that thorough, or you're not coming in here. It was really thorough. So, but now it's like the second year, we lightened up. The kids, they've been in daycare, like you said, all that. So what do you do? Just let them build up immunity.
That's it, and that's all you can do. You both are doing a great job, and you seem like you're very down to earth, and thank you for letting us, just into your life and see how you deal with 6 beautiful children, and they are just too adorable. That little one that hit you in the back of the head, Mia, your ponytail, and your reaction, I just hollered. That was funny. And the little charmer.
Rose Jr.
And then the little charmer. I tell you, your children are just adorable. I know you hear it a lot, but it's just really a blessing to see that they're growing and that they're healthy. And, and you're just doing a great job with your kids. And so just keep up the good work.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You are so welcome. And I want to remind everyone to make sure you catch the 6 Little McGhees airing this Saturday on the OWN network, 8, 9 Central. I'm telling you, through the whole show, you're just going to be like, "Aw."
Yes.
So we look forward to having you both back on the show, and we pray that we see a season 2 from the 6 Little McGhees.
Thank you.
You are so I know that's right. And that's what I teach my children every morning in Bible study. Pray without ceasing. And have a great day. And Merry Christmas to you too. Bye-bye.
Bye.